component.
It's not a high debt component. I think
reasonably.
The debt equity ratio is not 1:1 more than 1.1 or 1.2, which is reasonable. But the point is, we have other businesses. We are invested in many other businesses. So as a policy, we said we'll become a pure retailer. Let's see how much can we divest. So we believe that a little bit of divestment here and there should make us reasonably debt-free, or the interest component can come down significantly for us. So if we do that, I think it will be a journey where we can grow much more significantly.
The draft of the new land acquisition bill has been finalized by the government, and given the high decibel and high emotion reaction on land policies across the country, the bill was placed on the website of the Rural Development Ministry so that everyone can review it and give their feedback.
The Ministry of Rural Development has finalized the new land acquisition bill. In the new bill, the government has clearly taken some bold steps and has decided that only those villages will be notified for acquisition where at least 80% of the original inhabitants give a prior consent for acquiring their land. In effect, this means that only 20% land acquired for large projects can now be acquired by government under the emergency clause, with 80% acquisition happening with mutual consent of the buyer and the seller. Sources in the Rural Development Ministry say that even in the remaining 20%, there will be enough checks and balances to ensure that emergency clauses are used only for achieving contiguity in projects. Companies believe that it makes it more difficult for them to acquire land if the new bill were to become law.
Land is also an input in the production cost of any industry. Now, if the land is procured at a price which is 6 times than the market price, I'm afraid, how can you compete globally in production? Because if your inputs are so expensive, you cannot compete with other countries like China and Taiwan and so many. Now, the entire globe is a tough competition for survival.
The new bill envisages different pricing methods for rural and urban lands. Farmers will get 6 times the price at which the last land in the village was registered. Similarly, for urban areas, the price on offer will be twice the last registered amount. The new bill is largely in sync with the recommendations of the Sonia Gandhi-led National Advisory Committee.
We want to make land acquisition a win-win situation. Industry should be very happy with our bill because they would get possession quickly, they would have good relations with the people from whom land is being acquired, and they would also be certain of the amount that they have to spend.
Besides the fresh benefits which are on offer in the new bill, the farmers will continue to avail of the benefits extended by the Resettlement and Rehabilitation Policy of 2007, under which one member of the affected family gets a job in the project, the family gets an annuity income for perpetuity, and it also gets a portion of the land back in the developed project. In New Delhi with Astha Maheshwari, Mayur Shekhar Jha, NDTV.
Jim Chanos, the legendary short seller who spotted very early on trouble at Enron, now believes that the Chinese economy is headed for a big slowdown. These are views from a man who manages $6 billion. The China bubble, its implications for the global economy, especially commodities, and the inevitable China versus India debate with James Chanos, president and founder of Kainikos. Kainikos in Greek, by the way, stands for cynic.
I think that no matter what